Belgium once again for today's round of the Formula One World Championship. It's a race the great Ayrton Senna won 6 times, and in 2019, Charles Leclerc became the first driver to take their maiden win here since Michael Schumacher in 1992. Spa-Francorchamps today, a circuit that spans 4.35 miles. There are tons of elevation changes along the way too. 19 corners making up this circuit, with 9 of those to the right and the remaining 10 to the left. This track is a great one for fans of pure speed. The average lap speed comes close to a whopping 145 miles an hour. And I'm joined once again by Anthony Davidson to bring you the lowdown for today's race. Let's talk about Smith. That was a solid result in their last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Smith lines up on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Albon, Gasly, Esteban Ocon, and Bottas, King, Stroll, Magnussen, and Daniel Kvyat. Norris, Verstappen, George Russell, and Aitken, Leclerc, Joe, Nicholas Latifi, and Nick De Vries. Giovinazzi, Giotto, Matsushita, and Sergio Sette Camara. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to F1 2020 MyTEAM Career Mode. So it was a pretty good practice and qualifying session. The qualifying session sees Shay Smithey winning pole position at the Belgium Grand Prix. This is 11 lapper of the Belgium Grand Prix, and so his teammate Sebastian Vettel also had a fantastic race weekend, qualifying in 2nd row. So it's an all Mercedes-FiveFaa front row for this Grand Prix. So let's get down to race strategy. Let's go there, I think. We almost run out of petrol. We almost run out of fuel in the last Grand Prix, so we need, I think we will go 15.5, I reckon. So let's do that. So track temperature is 30 degrees, and in air it's 21. So that will be our race strategy. Can we go further? So we will go 5 laps on the softs and 6 laps on the mediums. That sounds good. So let's get down to the start of the Belgium Grand Prix. Waiting for all 5 lights to go off. Here we go. And it is all red. And here is the start of the Belgium Grand Prix. We are waiting for all 5 lights to go out. This is the start of the 2026 Belgium Grand Prix, and Sebastian looks like he has got off to a pretty good start. Shay Smithey is struggling off the start. So Sebastian has overtaken Shay Smithey for the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. So both of this Grand Prix weekend for the Mercedes-FiveFaa racing cars has been absolutely brilliant. Practice was perfect and qualifying was outstanding for both drivers, Sebastian Vettel and Shay Smithey. Sebastian Vettel is leading the 2026 Drivers' Championship at the moment. He's had a couple of lean Grand Prix, but can today be a winning performance? So ladies and gentlemen, this is the Belgian Grand Prix. It's 11 lapper, so depending on the race length, as I said, it's 11 lapper. We will go on board from 1st to maybe 3rd or 4th or 5th, depending on the race length. So Sebastian Vettel, what can we say? I reckon there will be a lot of team strategy, especially in this Grand Prix, between the Mercedes-FiveFaa drivers in Sebastian Vettel and Shay Smithey. The goal is to get Sebastian Vettel on the podium. So can that work out for Sebastian Vettel? He would be hoping so. Lap 1, so pit strategy. Sebastian should be coming in at lap 6 or 7. Shay Smithey should be coming in at lap 5 or 6, depending on how much of a race and how everything goes during the race. Hopefully not too many cautions, and it's just clean racing by the Mercedes boys, by the boys. There was talks during the last couple of months that is Sebastian Vettel dropping the ball, because he's got a pretty good lead in the championship. I think it's about 27 points to Shay Smithey, and then you got Kevin Magnussen, who's overtaken Jordan King for 3rd spot in recent Grand Prix. So can Sebastian Vettel win today and quiet the critics and the media with a race victory today? He's in a pretty good position at the moment to win the 2026 Drivers' World Championship. And now we will go on board with Shay Smithey. He will probably be trying to defend Pierre Gasly and Alex Albon and Lance Stroll to get Sebastian Vettel further up the road and trying to win this Belgian Grand Prix. That is the goal for the team, for the Mercedes-FiveFaa racing team today. We might go on, we might stay on that, we might stay 2 laps on Shay, because we haven't seen much from him in the last couple of weeks either. He's been finishing, well, I won't say it, you need to watch the video. But looks like Shay Smithey is having DRS issues with his car. His wing is not working, so that's not good. Hopefully he doesn't need it, but he probably does, because Pierre Gasly is closing up slightly. And Shay Smithey is keeping up with Sebastian Vettel. What about Lance Stroll? Changing from Racing Point to McLaren. And bit of a spoiler, he won his first race in a McLaren. Bloody hell, that is magnificent. So we're going to stay on Shay again for this lap. So 3 laps is now completed of the Belgian Grand Prix. Massive crowd here today for this Grand Prix. Beautiful weather for motor racing. Like I said, like I say in all my videos, Formula 1 is the best motorsport in the world. Absolutely love it. There's a bit of drainage on the left-hand back wheel of Shay Smithey's car. Sebastian's still going strong. Oh, Shay's car's a bit fidgety at the moment. Especially when he brakes too, the car just pulls a little bit to the right. It's interesting. Shay is definitely saving fuel on these runs. Now we go on board with Pierre Gasly. 4 laps are now completed. Pierre Gasly is actually doing quite well as well in the championship. Is in the top 5. And also McLaren have jumped up to 1 or 2 positions in the manufacturer position, overleaping AlphaTauri. That's a massive achievement for that racing team. So you've got Lance Stroll and Esteban Ocon in the McLarens. Not too sure who is who in which position. I can't really see the numbers on the cars properly. And then you got the Red Bull of Alex Albon. Just listen to them. They sound absolutely superb. Oh, okay. Now we're on board with someone. Who is that? Is that Lance Stroll? So 5 laps is now completed, and that is Lance Stroll driving in a McLaren. Can he make up some room on Shay Smithey? Shay Smithey is actually on the the medium tyres, I think. Was I believe now Shay Smithey is in front of Sebastian Vettel. Sebastian let Shay through because I think Shay Smithey is going to pit in on lap 6. There's Sebastian. Yep, Sebastian's right there. So, stay on board with the man himself, Lance Stroll, the Canadian. Is currently in 2nd position, the Canadian. Sebastian Vettel in 1st. It's been a pretty good Grand Prix so far. So here we go. Sebastian Vettel. Now we're on board with Sebastian. So Sebastian pit in at lap 6. So I reckon Shay Smith's already had his pit stop on lap 5. So can this be a quick one? He will be swapping to the soft tyre, and Shay Smith has regained the lead of the Belgium Grand Prix. Quick pit stops by both drivers indeed. So we will stay on board with Sebastian Vettel. Like I said, there will be a lot of strategy between the Mercedes-FiveFaa drivers in this Grand Prix. The Ferrari hasn't pitted, or the Racing Point hasn't pitted in yet, but the McLaren in the background, that's Lance Stroll. He has, and he's currently, he will be, well, he's second after the next couple cars pit in. So Shay Smithey has pitted, and Sebastian Vettel has pitted. Gee, just listen to him. There we go. That's another lap completed. Here comes Sebastian. Will Shay give up his spot? And Shay does. Shay has slowed down for him big time. 7 laps now completed. And now Sebastian can drive away into the distance. Shay gave a pretty good interview about his racing team a couple of weeks ago, and how he praises Sebastian Vettel's work ethic and his driving ability. Everyone knows Sebastian Vettel is a multiple world championship driver with Red Bull. But can he be a world champion with the Mercedes-FiveFaa racing team in 2026? Shay Smithey is definitely hoping he can. But Shay Smithey is not worried about his, not worried at all about where he finishes it. He just wants to see Sebastian Vettel win races and get that 5th world championship. So now we're on board with Shay Smithey now. There's about 3 laps left to the Grand Prix of the Belgian Grand Prix. It's been total dominant. I can't even say it. Dominated by the Mercedes-FiveFaa racing drivers. 1-2 finish probably. And then you got Lance Stroll is currently in a battle with Pierre Gasly for 3rd position. That's going to be an interesting battle between them guys. Because these guys are pulling out now, a 4-second lead. Shay's 4 seconds to 3rd place. And I believe Lance Stroll is in 4th position now. Pierre Gasly has gained a podium position. Gee, isn't that quite interesting? Now we're going on board with Pierre Gasly. And right behind him is Lance Stroll, Kevin Magnussen and Esteban Ocon. and Alex Albon. Relegating himself to 6th position. I cannot wait to start F1 2021 on the PlayStation 5. Now I've got my PlayStation 5 and 21. I'm just waiting for this series to finish. Because I'm going to go straight through to Season 10. Okay, now we are going up board. I believe this is the last lap of the Belgian Grand Prix. Like I say every other time, I could be wrong. Oh well, let's see what happens. Normally, when the last lap, the crowd absolutely roars. But Sebastian Vettel, can he get his car home to victory lane? He's absolutely had a perfect race weekend. Same with Shay Smithey. Both drivers are in pretty good form. No pressure on them at all. No pressure at all. Get them beautiful cars home. Fantastic camera angles indeed. Okay, here we go. Is this the checkered flag? It is. And there we go. Sebastian Vettel wins the 2026 Belgian Grand Prix in second. Shay Smithey in third. Pierre Gasly. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Last remaining corners. And Sebastian Vettel, he's leading the 2026 Belgian Grand Prix. He's had a couple of lean weeks, Grand Prix, but is finally back on the winners list again. And his teammate Shay Smithey is in second place, and then followed by Pierre Gasly and Lance Stroll. And here we go. Sebastian will cross the line and he will win the Belgian Grand Prix. Congratulations, boys. It's a 1-2 finish for the Mercedes-FiveFaa racing team. Absolutely brilliant race weekend, and driver of the day goes to Max Verstappen from the Red Bull racing team. Well done, boys.
Disappointed faces up and down the pit wall after that one, but not here. They secured a phenomenal victory.
There was some teamwork between the Mercedes-FiveFaa drivers.
Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were
Congratulations to the German Sebastian Vettel.
Contributing factor out on the track was today speed.
Happy
Now,
pit crew.
Like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted.
The race podium. The German Sebastian Vettel, second Shay Smithey from Australia, and in third the Frenchman Pierre Gasly. Congratulations to the race winners today. That is it for this one. Bye bye.